do not let somebody tell you how to feel about yourself. You get to define that. You get to find that out for yourself. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to Little Life Lessons episode 6. Isn't that crazy? There's 6. Oh wait, it's not 6. It's episode 7. Hold on, I have to check real quick. It's episode 7. Welcome to Little Life Lessons episode 7. Isn't it crazy that we have 7 episodes? Before we get started on today's episode, I want to give you guys a few updates on this channel, this podcast, and everything. First thing is, if you guys watched my previous video about New York City tips and stuff, you would know at the end I talked about ending this Little Life Lessons podcast. Not necessarily forever, but just for right now. Just until episode 10, I'm not going to have a consistent upload. I would still love to upload Little Life Lessons and have these episodes that aren't really podcast episodes. Honestly, I feel like it's just like a sit down chat and like a girl chat type thing. My plan was to have it up on Spotify, but at the end of the day, I just felt like I didn't want to go down that route just because there's a lot that has to go into it and I don't necessarily mind it. But since I want to put my efforts elsewhere, I don't think that that is the right path for me to go down right now. Who's to say in the future I won't, bring this back like it is now? I have every other week as my upload week for Little Life Lessons, and I love the routine that it brought me, but right now I just don't have enough time to focus on these episodes. There's planning and time that does go into this, and my efforts will be going into my vlogs. I want to be more consistent, but also be able to provide better content. So that's what I'm going to try to do for this upcoming year. Every other week uploads will be up until episode 10, and I know I'm still going to do these in the future, so there will be episode 11, 12, and all these episodes coming up, but just not as consistently as it is now. Right now, I'm in my hometown room. I love this room. I love the way I decorated it, and it just feels so homey to me. But this is the background that you're seeing, and if you followed my channel for a while, I used to make YouTube videos in this room all the time. Anyways, my vlogs will be up every Wednesday at 12 p.m. Eastern time, just like they are right now. Last week I didn't upload because it was Chinese New Year or Lunar New Year, and I wanted to spend more time with my family. All right, now with all that being said, let's move on to today's topic. Today I really want to talk about knowing yourself and not letting other people tell you who you are. I had a situation happen to me that made me realize how grateful I am to have the knowledge and awareness I have now, because if I was younger, I would have dealt with the situation completely different. Without going too detailed into the situation, what happened was I was at a photo shoot and the photographer made a comment about my body, and it was not a positive comment. I can tell you that. He is just older and more traditional and blunt in certain things, and also I think just uneducated and unaware. And some people are like that because there's some things in my life that I'm uneducated and unaware about, and what I can do is just learn more. But I already knew it was not about me. The image can't always just capture who you are in essence. You are this vast human being. You cannot just define yourself with one picture. But someone that is educated and cares about women and how the body can sometimes be a complicated relationship with women, they wouldn't say something like that. But sometimes people are uneducated, or sometimes people don't care. And in life, we will be dealing with those people. It's not like everything's going to be just easy and smooth. You want to surround yourself with people that are more aware. But when you have to deal with people that are less aware, it's not that you've done anything wrong or you're in the wrong place in life. It's just that sometimes you'll bump into those people, and you just need to learn how to set your boundaries or just step away or just say, great, next time I'm not going to work with you. And then after he made that comment, he asked if I wanted to Photoshop the picture. And I was like, wow, that's crazy, because I don't deal with photographers like this a lot, but I'm glad that I know how to handle this situation in the way that I handle it. And I told him, I said, no, I love my body very much. And although it's not the perfect body or not the perfect example of whatever it is that is out on the internet or what models look like or whatever it is, I love my body very much and I don't want it to be photoshopped in any way. But the thing is, his comment and his question didn't affect how I lived my life the next day. It didn't affect my mood for the rest of the day because I knew where he was coming from and I knew that I handled the situation to the best of my ability. So his comment, I didn't go home and I didn't starve myself. I didn't go work out and run the next day. I didn't not eat dinner. I didn't do all those things because I let his comment affect me. If I let his comment in question motivate me to run a marathon or not eat the next day, I would have let him tell me who I was. But why would I let somebody who I just met tell me who I am? Because I know who I am. I know that I have a lot more things to experience, but I have lived enough life to know who I am. And who I am is not just my body and not just an image portrayed. And although I love taking pictures, it is not all of me. If I was my 19-year-old self or 18-year-old self, I would have let that comment change so much of the way I live my life. I would have went home, maybe not eating dinner. I would have started working out a lot more. I would have started running and doing all these things because I didn't have that strong sense of self. So I would have let somebody else say one thing that they probably even forgot about, define how I lived my life and how I felt about myself. And I'm here to tell you, do not let somebody tell you how to feel about yourself. You get to define that. You get to find that out for yourself. You get to live your life and do things and make mistakes, create beautiful things, have accomplishments, and then you find out more about who you are and what you like to do and what kind of person you are. I'm still figuring out myself, but I know that I'm not going to let that picture define how I live my life for the next few weeks, for the next year, for the rest of my life, or I won't let that comment affect me in that way. So I let that comment exist in what it is. He said that, and that is that. But I'm not going to go home and start running and get a gym membership because of that. I'm going to act based on what I feel is right. If I want to get a gym membership, which also I've been thinking about, is because I want to live a more active lifestyle. Isn't because somebody made that comment. Isn't because I want to fit in more to the modeling industry. If I do want to fit in more to the modeling industry, I'm going to do it in my own healthy way. Life is too beautiful. And there's too many good things in it to experience to just focus on one thing that somebody tells you that you should or shouldn't do, or one thing that somebody points out about you. But don't be hard on yourself if somebody made a comment and you succumb to that and change something about yourself or change your habits because of those comments. We are human. We want to feel connected to people, and sometimes we feel like in order to feel accepted, we have to change some aspects of ourselves. But the thing is, if you want to change some aspects of yourself or your life or whatever it is for the better, that is okay. It is okay to want a healthier body, want to change your hair, want to start wearing makeup. That is okay. Just do it because you find joy in it and it brings you a sense of excitement because that is a part of who you are and how you express yourself, and not because somebody pointed out something about your skin or your hair or your body or your nose or whatever it is. Stay on your path. Don't let the comments affect you in a way where you are changing your life. I'm repeating this so much because it is the truth. When I was young, I didn't know myself well enough to know that I didn't need to listen to those comments because their opinion is their opinion. They have lived their life in a specific way in order for them to form that opinion. But you can form your own opinion about your own self, and that's what matters most. That is what matters most. Don't let the negative comments or people's opinions steer your life into a different direction. Those comments can cause such unhealthy habits, and we don't want that. We want to live a healthy, happy life. We want to pour into ourselves so that we can pour into other aspects of our lives that are really important to us, like relationships, friendships, crafts, our pets, whatever it is. We want to fuel ourselves with love first. And yeah, that's all I have to say today. My camera is about to overheat. I know this is a really short episode, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in my next episode. Bye!